Hello, welcome to Tuesday Talk with a Therapist. I'm your host, Felicia Cameron, a licensed clinical social worker for the great hospitality state of Mississippi. Welcome to Tuesday Talk with a Therapist. Look, I'm also the owner and founder of Lending a Hand. That's where I provide counseling service for individuals dealing with depression, anxious thoughts, coping with life transition. So, this whole month in May is called Mental Health Awareness Month. So I decided to do something a little different. I am sitting in my office and I'm sitting on the couch that some of my very same clients sit on. And I want to talk about what it's like to talk to a therapist. So people have different myths, conceptions, or what they think that I'm gonna come to the counselor office, what they see on TV, and just lay out on the couch and talk to the therapist. I don't do that. And many other therapists don't do that. Hello, thank you for joining. But what is it like to talk to a therapist? Let's back all the way up. First of all, how do you find a therapist? That question is, first of all, you have to think about, will I be using my insurance? Will I use my company EAP, Employee Assistance Program, or will I be a private paying out of pocket for insurance, paying out of pocket for counseling service? And so determine if what options are you going to be using. For instance, if I'm going to use my Employee Assistance Program, which many major companies offer it as a benefit to their employees to have mental health counseling to deal with life, your employee might provide you so many sessions for free. It can be 3, 5, 8, 10, even 20 sessions of counseling session where they provide you a list of providers, therapists, or counselors that you can see for counseling, and there's no cost for you. Another option, you could use your insurance. And if you're using your insurance, same thing, you can contact your local insurance company either by phone or searching Google or through the provider, through the website, and you can find out what list of providers that's available. Do your own detailed research and reach out to them to see if they're accepting clients, new clients. And the other option is you paying out of pocket. You know, all these options, you can always do a Google search or search in different directories for therapists. Many therapists or counselors, they have their information located on directories. And directories is just a place where you find a lot of therapists listed based on, excuse me, if you're looking for a therapist, like a female therapist, or you're looking for a certain race of a therapist, or you're looking for a therapist that deal with particular issues such as marriage issues or depression. Those directories, whether it's psychology days, black therapies then, or black therapist directory, there's or therapy for men. They have directories where you can actually search therapists in the area, and not only search therapists in the area, but you can determine that certain criteria that you want, whether it's male, female, and what they specialize in. I want to thank everyone for joining in. And that's just one way as how you find a therapist. But then there's another step. After you locate a potential person that you want to call out and see about therapy, the next step is for you to reach out. Many therapists, they have options on their website where you can actually go online and book a consultation call or actually book your appointment. So check their website out or check the directory and see is that an option for you where you can actually schedule your appointment online. Then there's options where you can actually outreach and call the therapist's office and to speak to someone about scheduling an appointment. And as you schedule an appointment, that first call or online visit, they may ask you some general information about your name, demographics, whether or not you use the insurance or not, and what is your reason, your purpose of calling for needing therapy at this time, or have you ever did therapy before? So just be prepared for those general questions that you might be asked up front. And also the option is, what do you want to do virtual? What is about telehealth, sessions, virtual, or in office? And so those are some of the beginning questions that you will get at starting out. Then the next step, it's like, what is it like to see a therapist? The next step, after you made that, you did the research, you made the call or book an appointment online. Then the next step that therapist office is going to be doing is sending you paperwork to fill out. Yes, I know, paperwork. Just like you go to a regular doctor office, you have paperwork to fill out. You should have paperwork to fill out seeing a therapist. What is paperwork about clients' rights, HIPAA and privacy, their intake paperwork. But it sounds like a lot. Intake paperwork is really they getting information about you. As much information as you can fill out, so that that therapist can get a more clear picture about your needs. And many times you can fill that intake paperwork out beforehand, depending on the therapy that you're seeing, or they may ask you to come into your session a little early and they do it before your session or in your session. So once you do that, the next step, fill out intake paperwork. The next step is the first visit. Yes, the first visit. Like right now, I'm at my office. First visit, it could be in the office setting, you know. So that therapist might welcome you in because you signed up for an office session. And you come in, like, welcome, have a seat, and then they go over, ask any questions. If it's not an in-office, it might be a video session. You log in at that particular time with a therapist, and then that first visit, it might be at the first time as intake, answering any questions that you have about the paperwork you fill out. Just giving an understanding about what is therapy like. This is a time because even though you made this huge step, and I'm telling you, it's a huge step to go see a therapist. You still want to make sure that this person is the right fit for you. Just like I tell my new people that come in, you try the shoes on, and if the shoes feel like it fits good, but it only you have to practice walking it for a little bit to see if it's a good fit. And that's the same way. Sometimes people say, well, I tried therapy one time and that didn't work. That wasn't the right shoe to fit you. And so it's not going to take long, but you should know that person that you're reaching out to before that third visit or by that third visit, if y'all are a good fit for each other. So that first visit, it might feel a little awkward, but this is a chance for you to see if this person is a person that you can connect with. Because why? It's a big thing that you're doing, and I'm happy that you're doing this. You still want to feel comfortable with the person you're working with, and that you can be open about the needs that you have or why you come into therapy. Okay? And last, I want to ask this. You might say, Felicia, is therapy really for me? What can a therapist help me out with? I'm glad you asked that question. So many people think, well, that's for them. And I want you to think about it. What areas in your life, emotional, mental, that you just need some help coping with, adjusting with, new strategies, new tools and techniques, or to someone to help you. Many times we think, that's just for them. But no, I mean, it can help. And you don't know if it can help unless you try it, right? I know in our culture, I'm going to go by our culture, we're taught to keep things in our house and keep it within nobody don't know our business. Or we also taught, look, we pray about it. And I agree with, yes, we should pray about things, but also you should have action. If you're going to use prayer, it also say include action. And some things, whether we talk to keep things in our house, keeping things in our house is also turning the house up. Physical house and the house within you. And if your house is torn up, you need to go somewhere to get it repaired. So Is therapy right for me? Or, is that just a woman thing? No, therapy is just not for women. Matter of fact, I would encourage men to seek therapy more important because we value our men. They supposed to have this image of being strong and nothing don't bother them emotion. What I'm finding in counseling, that they need an opportunity to talk as well. So, what is it like to do therapy? First thing, find out how will you pay for therapy, or if you're going to use pay insurance. Next step, search for a therapist. Even if you need help locating a therapist, you can always check in with me and I can help guide you and direct you if I'm not the right person. Next step, yes, there's going to be some paperwork to fill out. But just like I said, whenever you go to a doctor, you fill out paperwork anyway. But don't let that stop you. And yes, the first visit might feel a little awkward, a little bit. Then again, you might be surprised. It might feel peaceful. But just like I said earlier, you trying this person out to see it's a good fit. Just because in the past you tried it out with a person that didn't work, does not mean that's the case for everyone. And we have to dig deeper. Was you truly honest with yourself in the therapy? Only you know that. But one visit is not going to be enough. But you will know soon, is this person going to be a good fit? And allow yourself to be open. Using therapy for a period of time to help you in life is a great advantage for you to have a fulfilled life. So this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. If you ever thought about it, trying it out, give it a try. Give therapy a try. Thank you, and I'll see you next time on Tuesday Talk with a Therapist. Thank you.